we keep it to. Usually it's just me and Marcus plays like accordion and ukulele because he's very talented.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But for the album dates, we've got a fiddle player and a bass player and a piano player.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And do you ever go electric? Do you suffer cries of Judas?
I think that's third album kind of
Okay.
vibe.
Nice.
But maybe, yeah.
Fantastic.
What we're terming the smack album. Sammy, what's your question?
You say you've been doing this sort of thing since you were about 16, probably sooner. Do you feel like the music industry has corrupted you any?
No, as I say, I put my foot down. I'm pretty good at
You
that.
have seen things, but you've ignored them.
Oh yes. So I have a father he used to be sort of he knows the business, as it were. So I've had someone on my side all my life. So which is lucky of me.
So you're not going to do a Britney?
I'm not going to pull a Britney. I don't think. No.
Jolly good. Was that you had a supplementary question?
Just Marcus, how old are you?
I'm your age, Sammy.
Are you, Mark?
Ooh, old man. Ooh. All right, listen, well, thank you so much, Laura, for coming in. I think we've all really appreciated it. The album is fantastic. It's out tomorrow, as I say. It's called Alas, I Cannot Swim, and you have actually brought some much-needed class to the programme, so I really appreciate it. And a little round of applause, please, for Laura. I don't know if you're familiar yet with this film Juno, which is getting a lot of props and praise, and it has a soundtrack which I'm sure you'll enjoy enormously if you've not already heard it. And from it, here's a track by the Mouldy Peaches, and it's particularly charming. This has come out a couple of years ago, but this is featured quite strongly in the film Anyone Else But You. The Mouldy Peaches, Anyone Else But You, taken from the Juno soundtrack. Juno, I'm sure, will be the Napoleon Dynamite of this year, and very charming it is too, if a little bit slight. I think possibly perhaps got praise because there's not many good comedies around anymore, as opposed to being an earth-shattering movie, although it is very good. I don't want people thinking it's not very good. If you worked on the film Juno and you're hearing me, I'm not slagging it off, I'm just saying, I think compared with, say, There Will Be Blood, which, is very much a sort of cinematic tour de force. I mean, it's a Rufus, earlier I was asking for water cooler conversation topics, things that people ought to be spreading about the office tomorrow. Any thoughts?
I've had an email from Peter Green, who's all over the fact that there's a Minister for Skills. It's never hit me before, but this is absolutely brilliant, he says. My skills, he says, are swimming and wood whittling.
Right, excellent.
My mate Mikey has some pretty mean kung fu skills, and he can ride a bike backwards.
He's a Minister for Skills.
Yeah, there's a
Wow.
Minister for Skills. Well, just like skills.
If you got some mad skills.
I'm thinking skills.
Yeah.
Like a Minister for Skills. He says, I bet the Minister for Skills has all the skills that me and Mikey have put together, and he can probably do them all at the same time.
Exactly, yeah. What, do we know the name of the Minister of Skills?
I can't remember. No, his name isn't listed. I'm sure we could find out his name. But the Minister, and just finishes the email with the Minister for Skills! Exclamation mark. What are your skills, Peter Green?
Yes, I'm assuming that's Peter Green. Isn't he the owner of Topshop?
No, that's Philip Green.
That's Philip Green, is it?
Yeah.
Who am I thinking of? Who's Peter Green?
Peter Green was in
Fleetwood Mac. The original line.
That's
Fleetwood
presumably
Mac.
who it is. Yes, I know we've
Could
got
be
a lot of listeners are former members of big hit 70s supergroups.
Yeah.
And no, I don't know. I mean, we all know my skills. I don't think we need to go through them again. Aside from the fact that a lot of people don't know, obviously, still that I can cut a pretty mean rug, and also I can rap. Of course, which I meant to do that at the Christmas show, actually. I forgot to do it. Sammy, what are your skills?
I can roll my tongue and do the splits.
Okay, yours, Rufus, your impressions, I guess.
My funny impressions are like my shoulder blades stick out at a strange angle.
Okay, and Dan, you've got none, am I right in saying?
I can juggle, but only with 3, and not very well.
That's not juggling, that's just being a student. Okay, well, thank you very much indeed. We've got some more emails and stuff to get through, plus we've got some quality new music we've dug out of the pigeonhole. After the news, we're back after that.
On digital.
When that tune was released, Laura Marling was 5 years old. 5 years old, from the album Grand Prix from 1995. That's Teenage Fan Club and Spark His Dream. It's the Steve Show, BBC Six Music, with me, Steve Merchant, and my little gang here. Teenage Fan Club, of course, one of Kurt Cobain's favourite bands. I think I may have mentioned that in the past. Useful little fact you can impress people with if you happen to be talking about Teenage Fan Club. Rare, you'd have to probably bring the conversation around to it, but that's possible. You're normally a mine of useful facts, Sammy. Anything you can impart? Again, I'm thinking, once again, you're in a pub during the week, conversation has run out, you jump in with...
Do you want an animal fact or a number fact?
Number.
The letter A, as in apple or alpha, isn't in any word numerically until the number 1000. So the numbers 1 to 999 spell out. None of them contain a letter A.
Whoa!
That was also my fact.
That's rubbish.
Staggered, look. 1 to 99, no letter A.
You're
I'm
just-
really expecting-
999.
That's extraordinary.
So that you just genuinely have both independently come to that extraordinary fact.
yeah, yeah.
And
That
you've not
is,
confirmed.
in itself,
That's
that's
very
quite an
weird.
extraordinary fact.
That in
Two
itself is a
people
fact.
independently came up with that fact.
What was already, it was a pretty good fact. You could happily charm someone with that in a date situation. Now you can add the fact that Rufus and Sammy the Steve shared the same fact as well, just making it all the more thrilling.
Yeah. I'm going to pick you up on it, though. 101. Hasn't that got an A in it?
Oh yeah, it might be 99.
Yeah, it's 99.
Oh, this
Well,
is
no, but
just
then it would be
falling
100,
apart.
because 100 it doesn't
Yeah,
have the letter.
100.
But it's rubbish fact.
100.
Fix up, look sharp. You know what I mean?
What, 100? It's not 100.
Yeah, true.
No, that's
So
what
hang on, I don't know
You-
what the fact is now. I'm trying to impress a date here.
You include 100. in
Okay,
the
there's a beautiful lady sat in front of me, right? I've just ordered some. Well, she thinks it's champagne. It's Carver.
Okay.
She doesn't know the
That's all
difference.
right.
And I'm going to come out with a fact. What is the fact? I don't understand.
Well, we've worked out between us now. We were both wrong. It's
Yeah.
the numbers 1 to 100.
Yeah, yeah.
When
that's
written
what
out,
it
don't
is.
contain
Because
letter A.
101, that's it, you've got an A right there.
Right. So, okay, I'm thinking of the oyster. Should we share some oysters? Oh, yeah. Okay, listen. The numbers. Here's an interesting fact, love. The numbers 1 to 100. They don't. If you write them out by hand as words, right? They wouldn't feature. You wouldn't find the letter A.
You're not presenting that well at all.
Is that not how I-
No, you're
right.
doing it better. We've got to write it out for you properly.
Okay.
If you're planning actually to do this.
Yes.
Guess her star sign, first of all. They always like
Okay.
that.
Well, let's play the scenario.
Yeah.
Right.
Who are you going to be, the girl?
I'll be the
or-
lady.
Okay, hi. How you doing?
Yeah, pretty good. Thanks. Yeah, not
Yeah.
bad.
Are you Leo?
No, Steve.
Nice, nice.
Right.
Did you know that the numbers from 1 to 100 contain no single instance of the letter A?
But why did you ask about my star sign?
More champagne?
Why did you ask about
more
my star-
champagne? Yeah, it was
Are you
just
just
a
trying
nice
to get me?
breakup.
What have you just put in this champagne? Why is it fizzing so much? Police. Right. Why did you ask my star sign?
I don't know, I just thought I'd break the ice. I thought it would be charming.
All right. Okay. Fine. Well, there you are. If you're in that scenario, do let us know if this works for you. 64046. Let us know by next week if perhaps on Valentine's night you got something planned. Perhaps your relationship is on the ropes and you've just thrown this one in. Let us know how you get on. We like to delve into the pigeonhole each week here at Six Music, dig up some new music, new releases, and I think there's quite a nice little selection this week. I'm quite pleased. And this first one is from Does It Offend You? Yeah. It's released on the 10th of March. The tune is called We Are Rockstars. Released on the 10th of March. We Are Rockstars is the name of the tune. Does It Offend You? Yeah. The band DJ Magazine says it's a furious, adrenaline-fueled call to the dance floor. If the dance floor were calling, Sammy, would you be a-dancing?
I think I would. I'm all over that like a gyrating flannel. Brilliant. Loved
Really?
it. Loved every bit of it. I've actually written here, it's more drumsy. I don't know what I mean
More
by that.
drumsy.
That's all I've got written here. More drumsy. Then what, one would ask? Bach? I don't know. I also thought it's...
More drumsy could be a whole genre. Don't you think that
Yeah.
could easily become a genre if we work for the enemy? We could hype that into a genre right there. More drumsy.
Mo drumsy. Mo drumsy.
Mo drumsy. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mo drumsy.
Like it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be my new... Anyway, I'll think about that later. It sounded a bit officey, as in, it sounded like my printer, a fax machine.
Yeah.
But really souped up. Like Hot Chip had been let loose in an office and someone said, you make a more drumsy version of this office, lads. And they went, yeah, I'll do this. And that's what it sounded like to me.
And it was ticking your boxes.
All of them. Not a box
Excellent.
left
That's a
unticked.
heck of a lot of boxes. I don't know what that analogy means. Rufus, I can't imagine that you'd be called to the dance floor.
Do you know, when at first listening, it started to do my head in a bit, but then I couldn't stop shaking, and I started, Dan and I were doing our robotics dance, and it's not often that I get to do that anymore, because not much music gets me robotic excited.
Yeah.
I'm totally over the whole kind of voice flanging Peter Frampton kind of thing. Like, what is all I can talk? That's that. None of that. Not
Sure.
having that. Out of it.
Right. Why don't we start a mark system?
Yeah.
No, let's do a star rating.
Okay. Can we do it like on the old film where it'd be a
old
freaky
film?
4? You know, or
Okay, yeah.
and it was always alliterative. I can't think of another thing that starts with F now. but-
Okay, well, let's presume it's out of 5.
Yeah.
Top marks are 5.
Okay.
What would you give it?
A safe 3.
Okay, all right. Thanks very much, Sammy.
A funky 4.
Tony Dan, you love things that are no drumsy.
Yeah, Mo Drumsy. I've got a big separate section in my record collection for a bit of Mo Drumsy. But I'm more with Sammy than Rufus here. I did like it. It was like a slightly more evil Hot Chip, which is good. They're not evil enough, those boys. I like the nastier bits more than I like the singy bits, because there is a bit too much flange.
But you have to give it a star rating.
Do I? In which case, I will give it a formidable 3.
Okay, right.
That's an upper 3. Can we give halves?
No,
Might as well
it's
get
nice
10
that you've been a little bit perverse there. No one, I think, there's a lot of alliteration that's expected there, and you really threw us off by a formidable 3. Listen, after this forthcoming Trail, new single from Panic at the Disco.
We're feeling so good, just the way that we do when it's 9 in the afternoon.
Downloadable, a round of applause there in the Steve Wright style. Downloadable 10th of March, you can get it as an actual piece of CD. 17th of March, Panic at the Disco, 9 in the afternoon, new single from them. Tiny Dan, not the sort of sound I imagine would float your boat.
No, I'm not particularly loving that chat, I'm afraid. I found it had a sound not unlike you'd find in a montage sequence in a slightly anemic teen movie, or the closing credits, and that's not a sound I really go for, so it's a troublesome tune.
Oh dear!
For me, I'm afraid. Sorry, Panic at the Disco.
That is, they're going to be gutted by that. Whereas, am I being controversial by saying that seems like it might be a bit more up Gerard Wright Street?
You're on the button there, Steve.
Yeah.
A rare break in protocol means you've mentioned my full surname.
I have. Listen, it's going to get out there once you've been in that Bond movie.
It is, isn't it?
We
It's gonna
can't
be
keep it
all
a secret
over.
much longer. It's double-barreled, everyone.
Yeah, it is. That's a shock.
Lest you thought he weren't posh enough.
Yeah. Ever since George Martin first told the Beatles to kind of play the bass, the drums, and the keyboard at exactly the same time by going chung 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 chung, my little white heart's been pumping up and down.
Sure.
And that kind of Ben Foldsy kind of nice middle of the road sound is what gets me through those long commutes. So I liked it.
Excellent.
Yeah, it was nice.
It wasn't Mo Drumsy. Ticking any boxes?
It ticked few boxes. I should have liked it. That's what's annoying. The piano in it was lovely. Like you say, everything at once is a great sound. And there was something quite cinematic and nice about it. But my mind was drifting to the fact that A, I need the toilet. One's only, don't worry. B, which crisps to have on the train home. So I'm not quite sure, but though in the NME this week, throwing forward to next week's NME, Panic at the Disco on Ditching Emo and the exclamation mark.
Okay, so if you're a Panic at the Disco fan, what you're saying is check out the enemy next week.
I think you should.
Interesting. A lot of people saying they're disappointed that you didn't perhaps pay more attention and you were sidetracked with
I tried. I
jobs.
desperately kept trying to veer back onto the course, but I couldn't. The only thing I did pick up on was 9 in the afternoon. Your eyes are as big as the moon. Could you not have just said it's 9 at night and your eyes are lovely and bright?
It's rock. Come on, play with conventions. What's your score?
I can't quite. I'm somewhere between 2 and 3.
Oh, come on! You're not taking this seriously.
That's not how it works.
Rufus, you thought of something?
A fecund 5.
Oh, wow!
5?
Wow,
Well, just to
That's the first 5 in Steve Show history.
It is,
isn't it?
considering we only just started the scoring about 8 minutes ago. It's really. Okay, so everything in the Pigeonhole is not just a single, obviously. There is a forthcoming album by rapper Cadence Weapon. A few people may have heard this tune. It's sort of floated around on other radio stations here and there. Normally late night, a little bit of foul language. But the album is called After Party Babies, and this is a tune in search of the youth crew. Check it out. He's 22 years old. He goes by the name of Cadence Weapon. The album is called After Party Babies, and it's released beginning of March. And from it, that's the tune In Search of the Youth Crew. Sammy, you are part of the Youth Crew. Does that sound like a vibe which is going to make your people and all of your ilk groove?
Though I am youth, I'm sad to say I don't think I'm part of their crew.
Oh no.
No. That song was too cool for me. I enjoyed it, but I know that I wouldn't be allowed to publicly enjoy it without mirth or disapproval.
Really?
I see. I'm more of a hog roast roller disco